This year, I'm exiting an era. I'm exiting my Spider-Man pizza delivery era. You know, have you seen Spider-Man? He's a broke, nerd, nobody loser delivering pizzas. That's how I feel right fucking now. But you know what? Soon he gets bit by a spider and becomes a hot, fit, amazing superhero. And I am now entering my hot, fit, amazing superhero era. I am going to go to a bar and I'm going to wear an all-black outfit, slick back my hair, and I'm gonna start snapping my fingers like this. And you know what I'm saying? Now dig on this. I don't know if it's because I'm a Capricorn or if it's due to the perfectionism to feel loved and valued in life, or some psychological reason like that I haven't talked to my therapist about yet. But I am someone who deeply values fitness. I just really genuinely enjoy and love feeling like I've got it together. Like I am organized, I have my little journals, and I genuinely enjoy being committed to a goal and working towards it and having a vision and taking actionable steps and climbing that little goat mountain that the Capricorns are known to love. And I know there might be some of you out there listening to this thinking, Alexis, I knew you in college, and I knew you to drink. And I knew you to have many loud nights that you regret. And I would say to you, no regrets. But yeah, you are right in the fact that that is true. But I am now no longer in college. And in fact, I'm 25 years old. And I'm too damn old for this shit. I don't drink. Not because I'm doing the 75 hard. Not because I can't, but simply because I don't want to. It makes me feel like shit. And I'm not willing to sacrifice that feeling of not feeling like shit just so I can have a couple hours of a nice buzz. Because not to sound lame, but an even better buzz is found elsewhere in natural things. And I'm not just talking about the devil's lettuce. I'm talking about a runner's high. I know some of you heard that and were like, you fucking bitch. I'm clicking out of this. Do not click out of this. Do not. I'm just kidding. You can if you want to. It's whatever. But hear me out. When you exercise, it's not just a runner's high. When you exercise, you work out, you have these endorphins. You will eventually, if you are committed to a workout routine, experience an endorphin high. And it is glorious. There's also this sort of high, natural high you get after doing a really nice, intense yoga session and then experiencing a nice Shavasana meditation afterwards. You can feel like you're fucking floating or tripping just by doing these healthy habits. And this blew my mind because I used to say, why is everything that's yummy and tastes good and fun bad for you? But that's not true. There's lots of things that are healthy and good for you that are fun and they're yummy. Like mindfully and intentionally cooking a meal with someone you love, listening to jazz music, or oh my God, some of you may hate jazz. Okay, whatever music you want to listen to. I love putting on some good jazz. I'm a girl that listens to jazz, okay? And I put on that cafe jazz in the morning. I make my little French press coffee, and I tell myself I am that bitch. I may not have brushed my teeth yet. I may or may not have made my bed yet, but I made some French press fresh coffee for myself. And you damn well bet I will be sitting down having my little me moment, drinking that coffee. Maybe I'll be journaling. Maybe I'll be reading. Maybe I'll be petting my dog. Maybe I'll be doing a tarot reading. Who knows? Maybe I'll be petting my cat. There's lots of things I can be doing that just feel better than scrolling on my phone. Now, here, I've got to say this. Doom scrolling. It's not good, but God, is it fucking hard to not do. God, do I not find myself doom scrolling into doom on a regular basis, sucked in to YouTube shorts, to Instagram reels, to TikToks. Even on Pinterest, they've got these little reels everywhere. On Spotify, they started putting them. They're fucking everywhere, and my little brain cannot help but click on that damn short. Click on that little short, fast video and get my little dopamine hit like the little drug addict that I am. Because, you know, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear people in my comments, people emailing me, telling me, look, you shouldn't say that, blah, blah, blah. It's true. We're all drug addicts to this. If you have social media, if you have phones in this like modern society, you are addicted as well in some aspect. It is biologically in my brain. I really feel like, I'm no neuroscientist, but I really genuinely feel like there's something about it. There's studies out there that will tell you how bad scrolling on TikTok for hours on end is for you. But here's the thing. We know it's bad. I know it's bad. Boy, do I know. And let me tell you, that doesn't make it any easier to stop. It simply doesn't. Okay, I can sit there and hound myself in my mind, or even outside of my mind, verbally tell myself, get up, you lazy little witch. Get up, do your laundry, quit scrolling, just one more video, and that's it. I will say that over and over again, and you know what? It doesn't make a difference, because shaming myself is not getting myself out of that hole. But you know what is I had this epiphany. Funny enough, I had this epiphany on the full moon recently. And I was like, whoa, I am stuck in a trauma response. I'm stuck in the freeze response. I, my whole life, have been in and out of a trauma response. And in learning about them in therapy and in reading and yada yada, I have learned that when I am having panic attacks and I'm restless and I'm working out too much and I'm working too much, I am in a hyperarousal state. And I did not consider that on the flip side, that I would be in a hypo-arousal state when I'd be doom scrolling and looking at piles of laundry and dishes that I need to do and all the things that I'm procrastinating, but I know deep down will make me feel better that I want to do. And the simple knowledge and awareness, I was like, oh, it all makes sense. I'm not a lazy piece of shit. I'm just in a trauma response. And then it made me want to hold my inner self, give her a big hug, say, oh, you little bean, I thought you just didn't want to do it, you lazy. But no, you want to. You're not lazy. You're just in a trauma response because you've been through so fucking much. You poor little thing. Let me stroke your cheek, give you a forehead kiss. Mwah. Emma Chamberlain that. Mwah, forehead kiss. Perhaps another one. Mwah. And guess what? I'm going to bring awareness to it, and I'm going to gently nurture myself out of it into feeling good, out of my mind and into my body, just like I do when I'm having a panic attack. And I was like, whoa, I have tools in my tool belt that I've learned in therapy to deal with this. This is incredible. And now I feel like I have the solution to doom scrolling. Has it been an instant fix? No. I really have been still beating myself up because I'm like, you know what you're doing now, so stop it. But it's still not that simple. And anyway, I'm doing my best. I'm using the tools I've learned, and I'm going to therapy. What more can I do? On to the next thing. Therapy. By golly, I really thought, genuinely, I was like, I thought we were past the stigma of therapy as a society. I thought we were totally past that. Especially after 2020, I thought everyone had accepted, okay, maybe a little therapy's not so bad for me. Doesn't mean I'm crazy. Doesn't mean I've got anything wrong with me. Maybe it'd be helpful, though. However, it's come to my attention that this is not so the case. And I'm here to tell you, fuck those people. You go to your therapy and you hold no shame for it. You shameless, beautiful person, majesty, because we are allowed to go to therapy and experience that in our lives and not feel like we should be ashamed for that. I genuinely, personally, I'm not just saying this. I do not feel any shame for going to therapy. If somebody started to shame me for going to therapy, I would sit them down gently, give them a fucking mug of tea, and I would tell them everything on the surface. Not everything, but I would tell them some nitty-gritty, horrific details of things that I've seen, things that I've been through, things that no child should see or do or go through. And I would watch their face transform through all their emotions, their roller coaster of emotions through my story. And then at the end, I would look them in the eyes and say, that's why I don't give a fuck what you think about whether I go to therapy or not. On to the next thing. Doing less. Oh, I've read this amazing book called Do Nothing by Celeste Headley. Praying that I'm pronouncing her name right. She's really encouraged me to follow something that I already knew intuitively. That we do not need to work ourselves into a lather. And when I say that, we do not need to discredit the value of hard work, but we need to, as a society, as the people, we as the people must determine if to work hard and to be disciplined is the same thing as being miserable and overly working and working yourself to the bone. Whoa! Hush! I have really come to appreciate balance. Okay? And the definition of wealthy to me is a combination of health, love, money, and purpose and passion. Those things make up a wealthy life. Relationships, love, friends, community, family. You also need money to survive, no doubt, and live a life that makes you happy. You also need to live a healthy lifestyle that feels good to enable your body and your mind to be happy. And then we as people crave purpose, passion. We are here to experience, to play, to live, to have fun, to travel, which also requires money. So I'm not trying to tell you, just be happy with your loved ones and focus. It's okay. Look, there's a balance. Okay, I get it. Here's the thing is I will find myself in a negative mindset where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so broke. I'm been working my ass off my whole life. I feel like I've gotten nowhere in my career, nowhere financially. What am I doing in this rat race? And then I tell myself, no, I start shaming myself, and I'm like, you need to be grateful for what you have, grateful for what is working in your life, for the love in your life, for your health. And then I find myself finding a happy medium with that, which is, this is easier said than done. But by choosing to focus on what is working and manifesting correctly into my life, and really choosing to focus on that, that's what I really focus on, that word choose, because sometimes this negativity, I really will just sit there and feel truly hopeless, nothing's going to work out. There's no point in life if I can't, pay, if I don't have money to actually live the type of life that I want, then what's the point? If I'm working hard every day at my job and I'm still not making ends meet, then what is the point? Why am I even here? And to remedy that, I have found personally, if you relate to this, that even in those times where you feel like that's true, you have to remind yourself and try to get your loved ones to help you remind yourself that those feelings feel real and they are valid, so valid, but feelings are not facts. You have to remind yourself that even though it feels so true in that moment where you're so negative, you have to remind yourself that feelings are not facts. And that, yes, some of the things you may be saying are true in some senses, but realize that you're not looking at it from a completely clear picture because you're feeling so negative. That maybe if you come to a more balanced state of mind, you'll be able to choose more easily and focus on what is working in your life and what is going right and what you do have to be grateful for. Because no matter what, there's always going to be things we want, and there's always going to be things that we have to be grateful for. So back to living a healthy lifestyle. I have really learned the importance of devoting to yoga daily and exercising regularly throughout the week and meditating daily. These things are no joke. They do every day help me. And in the long run, exponentially help me. And I just cannot recommend it enough. And on top of living a healthy lifestyle, I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. And I don't vape. And that's because I'm better than everyone else. No, I'm kidding. It's because I genuinely feel like it makes you feel like shit. And I just got to a point where I was like, I'm 25 years old, and I don't want to make I actually decided this way before I was 25. I think I was like 23, 24, 22, really, when I really started to be like, okay, I don't really want to drink that much anymore. By the time I'm 24, I quit drinking. Like, if you catch me with a drink, fine. But that will be very rare. And here's the thing. I just don't want to do it. And when I go out and I go to a bar with my friends, I want a kombucha. Because most bars, they sell kombucha. And kombucha makes my tummy feel good. So my tummy feels nice, settled. I feel euphoric, like I'm tending to my health. And I'm socializing. Wow, look at me, I'm thriving. Hydrated, queen. But when I'm drinking, I might have an hour or two of fun that potentially could be embarrassing the next day. And then, from then on, it's not fun. And you feel the sacrifices and the consequences of your actions. And I'm just not willing to make that sacrifice. I don't like the feeling of drinking too much. And I'm not shaming you if you do. Because I've been there. I was her. And in some ways, I still am her. But not really, because I don't drink. On to the next thing. You gotta sleep. You can't exercise and go out and party and work your 40 hours and commit to your side hustles and then just not sleep. Because, like, what are you doing? You have to sleep. Me, personally, I love to sleep. Perhaps I sleep a bit too much due to the freeze trauma response and running away. But at least I can say I get my 8 hours. Eat some fruits and vegetables. Yum. Yummy, yummy, yum. Make some yummy fruits and vegetables. Drink your water. And have a nice day.